Hello, hello, my friends. Clutch your pearls. I have a Bath & Body Works candle haul to share with you guys today. Now, if you've been with my channel any length of time, you guys know that I've been pretty outspoken the last couple of months about saying that I've really scaled back on purchasing Bath & Body Works candles because truthfully, I really haven't had really great performance out of a lot of their candles, I would say over the last 9 months. And also just to be really honest, there weren't a whole lot of fragrances that were really appealing to me. However, over the weekend, they did have a $12.95. They were marketing it as a Mother's Day candle sale, and I did have a 10 off of 30 coupon. So I figured, you know what, there were a couple of fragrances that kind of intrigued me. So I did go ahead and place a small order of candles. I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and give them another shot. And the funny thing is, you guys, in this haul, it's so funny. It was one of those cases where I feel like it's like out of sight, out of mind, because I remembered that one of the candles that I purchased in this haul is one of my favorite fragrances for the summer. However, I left it off of my list the other day. So you might want to add this one to your list if you were, taking notes the other day of my favorite spring and summer fragrances. Just know that there's one of these candles that would make that list as well. So if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new, but let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and see what I got. So while I am talking about the favorite, one of the favorites that I left off the other day, the fragrance I'm referring to is Santorini Coast. Now, this fragrance has notes of creamy coconut, almond blossom, and warm vanilla. Now, this candle, again, not new to Bath & Body Works. I believe that this has been around for I know it's been around for at least 2 summers now, maybe going on 3. This is a very creamy coconut. You do get a little bit of almond blossom in there. Almond blossom is technically a floral, but this is just, it's almost borderline gourmand, I would say, because there's also vanilla in here. Not gourmand so much in like a total bakery type of note, but it's just a very, very good creamy vanilla. I like this fragrance particularly in the summertime because I can blend it with a lot of other fragrances that are currently in my collection. You guys know that's a big deal for me. I'm usually burning 2 fragrances at least at the same time, and I like them to complement each other. And this one just has, I've just always loved this fragrance. So I like the packaging. It's okay. I think they had some more fun packaging the first year that I discovered this, which would have been the summer of 2023. But this is still okay. I like this packaging all right. Now, this does have kind of those, what would we call the thick rope-like kind of tree stump wicks. So we will see how this performs. The one thing I will say, though, is that I noticed that this is white wax. And I will say that for me personally, with the burn issues that I've had recently with Bath & Body Works, I have noticed that the candles that seem to burn a little bit better for me do have the white wax. So I'm hoping for good things for this, you guys. You all know I am genuinely wanting Bath & Body Works candles to perform well for me. So let's hope that they do. Another candle that intrigued me this go around is being marketed as a new fragrance. This is the candle Sunlit Glow. Now, I did actually purchase this in hand soap format last weekend during the $2.95 hand soap sale. And I actually have a video going up this week for you guys sharing what I got during that sale, as well as some other personal fragrance. Those of you guys who have been asking for a personal fragrance haul, that is coming this week. I have actually already filmed it. So yes, you will be seeing that. But Sunlit Glow, I really liked it in the hand soap format, and so I decided to go ahead and give it a go in the candles. Fragrance notes here of sunny citrus, beachside coconut, and warm amber. And again, we've got white wax. We've got the thicker rope-like wicks. I'm going to tell you, this is one of their fragrances that's like that, like sunscreen type of vibes. If you like the fragrances like vacation sunscreen. If you like Yankee Candle's Sun and Sand. If you were a fan last year of Bronze Glow or previous year's Cocoa Paradise, this is like the 2025 version of those types of fragrances. I'm going to tell you, I actually like this one the most. I think Cocoa Paradise was a little bit too musky for me. And then last year, the Bronze Glow was out for 2 years. Bronze Glow, there was also a note in there that it just wasn't hitting my nose right. This smells really good. I don't get as much muskiness on cold from this one. But again, it's in that like quote unquote sunscreen type of fragrance family. The Sunny Citrus that I'm smelling in here, the citrus that I would be getting in here is kind of like neroli or orange blossom, which technically would be more floral, but maybe, yeah, it's in the vein of, it's not like a creamy orange or like a juicy orange. It's definitely like neroli, maybe a little bit of bergamot in there. But really nice. Coconut, I do get coconut and that base of warm amber. Yeah, it's kind of a perfumey fragrance, but again, not overly musky. So Sunlit Glow, I made sure to get my hands on at least one of those. And then another fragrance that I was a little bit on the fence about, but I do like it enough that I thought, okay, let's go ahead and try it out. This is the fragrance Vacation Villa. I did also purchase this in a hand soap. We have fragrance notes of rich sandalwood, crisp linen, and sea breeze. Again, white wax. We've got thick, ropey wicks. Now, this candle is definitely more like in your fresh family, which you guys know, I typically don't go for fragrances like that, particularly if they lean a little bit too like cotton laundry. Those fragrances tend to give me a headache, but that's not what I'm getting in here. This is very clean. I do smell sandalwood. It's not the same sandalwood note that I love from Homeworks, which Harry Slatkin does a sandalwood note like nobody's business, but it's pretty good in here. Sea salt, yeah, there's kind of like a sea air vibe going on with this. I like this fragrance quite a bit. Now, I was watching Greg from All About Candles. He said that this smelled very familiar to him. He was like, this is a repackage of something else. And so when he went into his collection, he said that he feels like this is a repackage, I believe, of Sea Salt and Vetiver from the Neutrals mashup. He's noticed that one's not back on the floor. And he's like, I think that one didn't sell so well. So he's like, I think they've repackaged it as Vacation Villa. But I like this. Like the more I smell it, the more I like it. This seems like it would be more of like a nighttime burn for me. It's a little bit more sophisticated. I could actually also see this fragrance pairing really nicely with my Kringle White Lotus, the one that was in the most, was that in the most recent Reserve collection? I think it was. I think that it will just give like a nice kind of like clean resort vibe. So Vacation Villa, I did decide to purchase. And then the last candle that I purchased is Sugar Cone Crunch. So we have fragrance notes of freshly baked sugar cone, caramel sea salt, and gooey marshmallow. Now here's the thing, you guys. This, of all four candles, this one has a little bit different wicks. It's kind of got that little zinc core in there. I don't know why Bath & Body Works does that with their wicks. My assumption is that it has to do probably with the oils that are used for each specific fragrance blend. But again, white wax, so I'm optimistic that these will burn well for me. But here's the thing with Sugar Cone Crunch. First and foremost, the reason why I ordered this is because I actually received notification last week from Homeworks or Slatkin & Co. that they were sending me a couple of fragrances in PR. And one of the fragrances that they are sending to me, I was like, have I had that before? I couldn't remember if I had. And then I looked back and I was like, yeah, I have had that before. I am actually getting salted caramel gelato in PR. And so I thought, you know what, a Sugar Cone Crunch, when I saw the fragrance notes, I thought that might complement that fragrance very, very well. Well, here's the thing with this candle. It's definitely a gourmand scent, for sure, gourmand. And I smelled it and I was like, this reminds me of something. If you liked pumpkin s'mores last year in the fall lineup, if you liked kind of that graham cracker note, there's no chocolate in here, but I feel like the waffle cone accord in here is what they used in that graham cracker note. It's good. I like it. I get a little bit more vanilla mixed with the graham cracker in this one, but I feel like this is a sister fragrance to pumpkin s'mores. So if you liked that fragrance for the fall, but again, no chocolate note in here, this has a little bit more of vanilla. I don't really say that I smell a ton of caramel, maybe a tiny, tiny bit in here. Like the more I stick my nose in it, I do. But yeah, this reminds me a lot of pumpkin s'mores, just minus the chocolate note. And yeah, I like this one. If this one performs well for me, I could actually see myself buying another one of these. I'm really, really rooting for all of these to perform well, because if Santorini Coast does a good job performing for me. I would definitely get a backup of it. This Sugar Cone Crunch, I like a lot on Cold Sniff. I'm a little uncertain about Sunlit Glow because I do feel like fragrances like that, I either love them or once I get them burning, I don't always love them. That was the case with the Bronze Sunset candle that I had a couple of years ago. I like Country Candles. What is it? Sand and Santal. I liked their, what was the other one? There was another one that was released in a country limited edition last year. I always forget the name of it. But that one I like. But there is a recent one from Kringle in their like little limited edition 3-wicks that I purchased recently that kind of has those same fragrance notes. And I lit it up the other day and I didn't love it as much. There's something in the notes that I'm like, it's coming off a little funky. So I'm hoping that I'll like this one when it's burning, because I do like it on cold. And like I said, I think that Vacation Villa is the one that was a little bit outside of my normal comfort zone and wheelhouse. But I do like it. The more that I smell it, the more that I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a little bit different. Yeah, this one's just a little bit different type of fragrance. It's not a gourmand. It's not coconut. So it might be a good option for those of you who want summery type of fragrances, but you want maybe more like resort vibes instead of coconut or food or whatever. So let me know in the comment box down below, did you purchase any of these candles during the most recent sale? Have you started burning any of them? If you guys have burned any of these candles, let me know what your experience has been with them. I do have quite a few candles lined up to still do some post-burn reviews on for you guys. If you're just discovering my channel for the first time, I really make it a priority to follow up with post-burn reviews on my channel. I usually do dedicated reviews. I typically like to get to the halfway point before I do a review. So sometimes it takes me a little bit of time depending on how quickly these burn for me. And then you know, I will go ahead and post a review. And I do also do an empties series. I typically will post empties twice a month on my channel. So I do like to give you guys updates beyond the haul. So again, please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I do want to say thank you so very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.